All right, thank you very much, Brittany. It is time for Where is the Love? This morning we're talking about self-love and self-improvement. Licensed therapist Dr. Misty Smith of ConvenientTherapy.com joins us to talk more about it. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you too, Mike.
And finally on Twitter, you've joined the rest of us
on
Twitter.
I know.
At Dr. Misty Smith. Okay, good. Now, but this is something you talk about in a chapter in your book that you co-wrote, and it's important. Self-improvement is important for our happiness, right?
It is. Self-improvement is important for our happiness and for the happiness of our relationship. So we need to always make sure that we are doing a random number of things, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I want to get into this. So self-improvement, one here you talk about is cultivate yourself. Now, what do you mean by that?
So cultivate yourself means always be doing things to better yourself. So go to a conference, like a marriage retreat. Make your next vacation something that you do with your partner and you go away. So there are many of them across the country. If you're going to take a flight somewhere, why not take one to a weekend to better yourself? Or read a book. Read a book by John Gottman, John or Julie Gottman. They're great. The 5 Love Languages is a great book to read. Okay. But you should always be doing something throughout your life to improve and better yourself.
And I guess what you mean by that, it helps us in our relationships too. You improve yourself, you improve your relationship, right?
Because, well, you always have more to talk about if you're always doing more for you and growing as a person.
I gotcha. Okay, wear the other shoe. Now, you're talking about for your spouse or just anybody?
Well, you know, we're talking about our spouse, but you could consider that for anybody. Before we make any decision in the workplace, at home, with our spouse, with our children, you know, make sure that you're wearing the other shoe, that you're actually considering things from the other person's side of, from their point of view, because we're really quick to have a response to our spouse or to our kids or to our coworkers or our friends, but what if we were in their position? What would we want them to do? And so if you take that time out to just think about that ahead of time, it can probably improve that situation.
All right, now drip with confidence. Now, how do you get confidence? I'm sure a lot of people maybe wrestle with that.
Okay, so, you know, one of the big ways that I talk about gaining confidence is to do affirmations. So just something positive that you say every morning before you go out. Have sticky notes on your mirror.
So it sounds corny, but you're saying this does work.
It does.
Like Stuart Smalley, you know, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, doggone it, people like me.
Yes, exactly. And if you want to, you know, have confidence is extremely attractive, and so it's going to make your partner more attracted to you. And then if you look at how to improve your confidence in your marriage, you know, exercise, eat right, be engaged with your partner, spend time together. It gives you more confidence when you actually have, you know, you feel good about you and you also feel good about your relationship.
Okay, we got a few more seconds here. Give up control. That's a tough one for a lot of us.
It is. We need to examine how much control we are having with our partner, because no one likes to be controlled. So if you are trying to determine where they go, what they do, who they talk to, when they talk to them, you know, make sure that you back off, because it will ruin your relationship.
Everybody needs a little space. And then finally, acknowledge your weakness, assuming we have weaknesses.
Right,
we do,
exactly.
We have a ton of them, unfortunately.
Exactly. People don't like to admit it, but they do have them, and this, you know, acknowledging them and letting your spouse work with you on those is always better than just having them and letting them taint your relationship.
It's important for your kids, too, for them to see, you know what, I screwed up, right? I messed up, right?
Exactly. Always acknowledging to your children when you've messed up lets them learn that that's important, and they grow up doing the same thing. You know, I hear a lot of people say, I never heard my spouse say I'm sorry. I'm sorry is crucial.
All right, you can also find her blogs about this on Facebook and Convenient Therapy. Dr. Misty Smith, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.